Welcome to Coffee with Kirren. I'm your host, Kirren, and I'm spilling the beans on what it really takes to be a successful real estate agent in Dubai. After 25 years in this business, some in the UK and the last 2.5 right here in Dubai, I've learned a lot. And honestly, some of it I wish I'd known from the start. It would have saved me time, energy, and maybe even a few sleepless nights. Hindsight is 2020, right? Well, I'm here to give you some of that 2020 vision before you even begin. This isn't your typical real estate podcast. We're not just talking boardroom deals and dry market analysis, though we'll touch on those because you can't ignore the numbers. I'm diving deep into the real, on-the-ground experiences of agents. The triumphs, the struggles, the rejections, the learning curves, the nitty-gritty details of what it really takes to thrive in this incredibly competitive, yet incredibly rewarding industry. Think of this as your insider's guide, your personal mentor, without the hefty fees, your coffee companion, navigating the sometimes bewildering, but sometimes exhilarating Dubai property jungle. So why did I create this podcast? Because when I first considered working in Dubai real estate, I was bombarded with information, websites, blogs, market reports, TV shows. But what was missing? The real stories. You know those TV shows aren't actually real life, right? Most resources featured CEOs discussing high-level trends, which is valuable for sure. But what about the people on the front lines? The newbies, the aspiring agents just starting out, trying to land that first client. That first client is everything. Navigating the complexities of the real estate process, because it's not as simple as you think. And let's be honest, figuring out how to survive on a commission-only income. That's the reality for so many starting out, and it can be daunting, even paralyzing at times. I remember that feeling of being completely overwhelmed, wondering if I'd made the right decision. That's precisely where Coffee with Kirren comes in. The podcast is for you, the aspiring agent, the newbie, the person ready to hustle, to put in the work and to make your mark in Dubai's booming and sometimes bewildering property market. This is your support system, your community, your place to get the real, unfiltered advice you need to thrive. In this series, I'll be talking to real estate agents at all stages of their careers, from those just taking their first tentative steps to seasoned pros who've seen it all. The highs, the lows, and everything in between. We'll explore the challenges head on. The lack of adequate practical training. It's a common complaint and something I'm passionate about addressing. The financial pressures of commission-only pay. How to manage that in the early days is essential for your survival. And the intense competition. But don't worry, I won't just dwell on the negatives. I'll also share practical, actionable tips and strategies for overcoming these hurdles. We'll talk building a solid client base, mastering the art of negotiation. It's about building long-term relationships and navigating the ins and outs of Dubai real estate, from the overwhelming number of options to the cultural differences. And of course, I'll celebrate the successes, the inspiring stories of agents who've made it, who are living their Dubai dream, because it is possible. It takes hard work, dedication, and a bit of luck, but it is possible. This is season 1, and I've got 10 episodes packed of valuable insights, real-world examples, and honest advice. New episodes will drop weekly, so subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Consider this your weekly dose of real estate inspiration, practical advice, and coffee-fueled motivation. Who is this podcast for? If you're thinking about a career in Dubai real estate, if you're curious about what it takes to succeed, if you're researching the market, then this is for you. If you've recently started and feel a bit lost, this is definitely for you. Whether you're already based here, soaking up the sun and the opportunities, or dreaming of making the move, wherever you are in the world, I'm here to support you, to guide you, and to cheer you on. I'm building a community here, a supportive place where aspiring agents can connect, learn, and grow together. I'll be covering a wide range of essential topics. Choosing the right agency is vital. It can make or break your career. I'll talk about what to look for, what questions to ask recruiters. Don't be afraid to ask the tough ones. and why finding the right fit is key. I'll delve into building your personal brand, how to stand out in a crowded market. I'll discuss mastering the art of networking, because in this business, your connections are your currency. I'll break down Dubai's diverse areas from Emirates Hills to Dubai Marina, because knowing your areas inside and out is crucial. I'll talk about marketing yourself, leveraging social media, and building a strong online presence. We'll even touch on mindset, how to stay positive when things get tough, because they will. Real estate is a roller coaster, and you need to be prepared for the ups and downs. I believe everyone deserves a chance to succeed, and I hope this podcast becomes your go-to guide. Bit about me. I'm British Punjabi, born and raised in the UK. My grandparents emigrated there in the 1950s, seeking a better life. And then my dad followed in the 70s. And now here I am in Dubai, an expat myself, following on their footsteps. One thing I learned from my immigrant family and my single parent mother is the power of work ethic. You have to work hard, sometimes harder than you ever thought possible, in order to achieve your dreams. And that's doubly true in Dubai real estate. It takes grit, resilience, long hours, sleepless nights, but the rewards are so worth it. And it's that drive I want to ignite in you. My own real estate journey started at 16. I was fascinated by design and architecture, so I naturally gravitated towards studying construction. Then at university, I strategically shifted to business and finance. A smart move. Because understanding the financial side is just as important as understanding the bricks and mortar. So after uni, I became a trainee mortgage advisor, but then the recession hit. That experience, while challenging, taught me about adaptability and resilience. When the mortgage market dried up, I joined a housing association, working with first-time buyers and developers. 16 years there taught me so much. Not just about real estate transactions, but also about team management, leadership, and truly understanding people's needs, hopes, and dreams. It was a masterclass in the human side of real estate. During that time, I had the life-changing opportunity to go to Malawi with Habitat for Humanity and build houses for orphans. It was profound. It shifted my perspectives on life and the meaning of home. In Dubai, we see a lot of investment properties, but we also see families buying their forever homes. And whether it's an investment or a family home, emotions are always involved. It's your hard-earned money, your future, your family's security. Malawi solidified for me the importance of empathy in real estate. It's not just about closing a deal. It's about helping people find a place they can call home. Then came COVID. Tough for everyone, but our industry boomed. We were working crazy hours, and while I was grateful, I realized there was more to life. I was burning out, and I needed a change. So for my mum's 60th birthday, we took a family trip to Dubai, and I fell in love. I never thought I'd be a big city person, but I loved everything about Dubai. The energy, the opportunities, the sunshine, and I felt a real spark. I knew it was time for a change. A year later, I took the plunge. It was a huge leap of faith, leaving behind everything I knew. But sometimes you have to take those leaps. Leaving everything behind was tough. Saying goodbye to family and friends was hard, but I didn't want the what ifs haunting me. Honestly, I thought I'd be here 6 months, maybe a year. I was terrified, but 2.5 years later, I'm still here, thriving and loving it. It worked out, and it can work out for you too. But it takes planning, preparation, hustle, and the right mindset. Dubai was different than I expected, and I didn't have the right guidance starting out. I've seen the same thing happen to so many agents. They arrive full of enthusiasm, but they quickly become disillusioned. I tried to help, but I realized this information needs to be shared more widely. Things like what the job actually entails. It's not all glamorous viewings and closing deals. It's hard work, it's competitive, and it can be emotionally challenging. You're dealing with people's biggest financial decisions, their dreams, their anxieties, but the rewards are there, both financially and personally. I've been blessed to experience that, and I want you to experience it too. I've changed companies a few times in Dubai, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to change. Sometimes you have to move on to grow, to learn new skills, to expand your network, and to achieve bigger and better things. Each change has been a stepping stone in my journey, a chance to learn, to grow, to evolve. And now I want to help you navigate your own journey, to give you the tools and the insights you need to succeed. Coffee with Kirren isn't just this podcast. It's more than just listening to me chat about my experiences. I'm also launching an online course with the foundational basics you absolutely need to succeed as a Dubai real estate agent. Because the training I received and that so many new agents receive is often a broad, superficial overview, not the nitty-gritty, practical, hands-on knowledge you need to hit that ground running and start closing those deals. My course will give you that practical, real-world knowledge and the strategies that actually work. I primarily work off-plan, and that's a whole different ballgame. So many agents come in, try it for a few weeks or months, and then leave defeated. They don't have the skills, the knowledge, the understanding of the off-plan process to close deals effectively. I have trained and mentored agents who are now top earners, closing deals left and right, but they could have gotten there so much faster, so much smoother with the right foundation. I've seen firsthand how the right training, the right mentorship can completely transform a career. And let's be honest, companies often don't provide in-depth training, and I understand why. High turnover is a reality in this industry. People come in, they think it's easy money, a quick path to riches, but it's not. For every client, there are dozens, sometimes hundreds of agents vying for their attention. So how do you stand out? You need more than just charisma, more than just gift of gab. You need knowledge, you need expertise, and that's what I'm here to give you. The chance to stand out from the crowd, to be the agent clients remember, the agent they trust, the agent they want to work with. So stay tuned to Coffee with Kirren, subscribe, tell your friends, be a part of our community. If you're new to Dubai real estate or even just thinking about it, email me your questions and let's chat. We can discuss them on the podcast and help you along the way. I'm genuinely looking forward to connecting with you all, sharing my experiences and helping you achieve your real estate dreams. So grab your coffee, get comfy, settle in, and welcome to Coffee with Kirren.